Add myself to the stage. What's going on? Sorry about the delay. Apologize for that. But I'm back now. So I like to thank everybody and anybody, whoever's tuning in. Let me know if you could see me on Instagram. Let me know if you could see me on Facebook. Let me know if you could see me on YouTube. If you're tuning in on YouTube, that means that you subscribe, and I got you here. So I appreciate you. All that's tuned in. If you could hear me, just send me a little message and let me know you can hear me. If you could see me, put a little one in there. So I appreciate that. I ran into a couple of things real quick that had me wanting to talk about them. So that's the reason. Those are some of the things that I had on my mind today. Talking about the communication between vendors and the management that support them. So, if you're a vendor, again, I always say it doesn't matter what you're vending, what you're delivering, what you're selling, what the product is, whether it's Coke, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, chips, bread, milk, snacks, Takis, hats, shirts, socks. If you're just servicing a Dollar General, if you're a merchandiser, whatever you do out there in the field, we're here for you. So what me and most of the people I know do is we do deliver bread. So that's how we started, and that's where we're at right now. So I want to just give a quick shout out to a couple of people that been checking in with me and just watching the videos and just showing some love. So I appreciate that. And they put a bunch of comments up, so I could show some of those comments. Um, I could share the screen and show a couple of those comments. So I'm gonna do that right now, just as we get started. For those that are joining late, you could watch the replay and you know, check it out then. So um this is from one of my earlier uh YouTubes that I put up, and it was actually the the I don't know if you guys can really read that. I don't know if you're on a phone, it's going to be hard. If you're on a laptop or a desktop, it should be easy. So the what happened was the video that I put up of me and the store manager, which was the grocery manager, going back and forth. Well, he was going back and forth. I was just telling him that he was just, what he was saying was irrelevant. And for him, it meant something, but to me, it meant nothing because the issue he was having was resolved a week prior to whatever he was saying. So just somebody commented and was just giving the feedback that he needed to understand that the way we order, we don't have a very big window. It's a small window, and when there's product cut or we're out of product, it doesn't just happen instantly. Sometimes between vendors and between routes, we could juggle some things, but it's not always the case, especially when it's roll season and it's a holiday. So that's something that him being in the business, he should have understood. And it just was really it took everything in me, or it took a lot within me to hold my composure and continue to handle him with the kid gloves that I did. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go back and watch the video. There's a couple of shorts and there's a full video that's 5 minutes long. I think I titled it "Who's Your Boss?" or "Who Do You Work For?" Something to that effect. But it's red with the sound waves on it on YouTube. So basically, he just had a real issue, and we got it straightened out, and he still probably to this day has an issue. So I just wanted to share that um, and let people know what was going on with that. So the other The other comment was right here was from my boy Nick, that when I put the video up of his truck that had broke down, and this was from Todd right here. You can see he commented he was impressed with Nick's work ethic and his dedication. Said that he was clearly passionate about what he does, and it showed in the results in his work. Made him feel like he was motivated to start working harder, and he's already a vendor. So, you know, things like that lets me know that we're on the right page and we're moving in the right direction. So that right there is means a lot to me, just in, you know, somebody else that's in the same field as we are, talking about, you know, what they see and how they feel. Again, this one right here is again directed at Nick, from the video with Nick. Carolina Jackpot. Share this man's videos and on other platforms. This is great content. I have Utz chip route myself, and there are lots of similarities. And that's why I always say, no matter what you're delivering, if you're out there on the road, somebody can relate because they're going through the same thing or doing something similar. And you know, that's big with what we do, you know. So, and this is from when Nick had his truck not start that morning. If you go back and watch the video, it's about a 4 or 5 minute video, Nick talking about his truck not starting. So this was just from the Tactical Bread Man, just gave his little bit of input right here. And we appreciate that, Tactical Bread Man. Stay blessed and keep listening and keep supporting. I like that people are engaging, and it shows that there's a lot of people out here doing the same things, and it means a lot to us when we see that. So right here, I just want to give a shout out to my last of subscribers that did join on YouTube. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the last 9 days. So we're growing slow, but we're growing. That's what's important. That's the thing for me, is that we're building something here, and it only works because you guys are involved, and I appreciate that. Everybody that has subscribed, I'm at 316 or 17 right now, and the more you guys watch and share, the more it could grow. And over time, it's been about a year and 4 to 5 months, so I'll take it as it comes. I appreciate everybody who subscribes. Everybody matters. So with that being said, I can't get that right now. So let me stop sharing the screen. So that was just a couple things I wanted to share right now, and just show some viewer support for the people that have been checking in, tuning in, and liking, subscribing, and leaving comments. And I get a few questions every once in a while, and a lot of them have to do with, are there routes available? There are always routes available in all the different fields of vending. As far as bread routes, there are they're not too many in our depot right now, but there are others in other companies. I know Khaleesi has openings. I think Entenmann's may have 1 or 2, which is out of our depot. I'm not too sure about the Naugatuck depot. Just send me a message, or what I'll do is next week on the screen, I'll have a list of a few different routes, so they'll be posted. And if you watch the playback, you could freeze it, pause it, and jot it down, or, you know, hit the link and check some of those things out. So I'll try to make it available and give you that information. Again, if you want to connect with us, you can connect with us at Real Bread Life, realbreadlife.com. Leave your email, and you'll be in the rotation of getting that information that is posted on a regular basis. It comes in a from the website. So just check in with us, leave your information, and then we'll get you in the rotation. So at different times, it's different information and different sites. We were supposed to have a reset this past Monday, but they canceled the reset with no reasoning behind it. The reset was going to be done in one of the box stores, which is a BJ's, and it was going to be done by the BJ staff. And that morning when I got there, the BJ staff told me that they weren't going to be doing it. It was postponed. Now, I don't know how they just decided the week before to do a reset, and then when it's time, they postpone it without a new date. But this is the nature of the business, and I always say it's a lot of generals in the war room, and none of the soldiers know what's going on, and they don't even know what the battlefield looks like, so to say. So I would love for it to be better communication between the stores and our partners, meaning in our management, and that way we could figure out what's exactly going on. And as far as like in our depot, we got the information about product being cut weeks ago, leading up to the reset that was happening in the store. So I mean, they did their part, but when it came to the store, I mean, they kind of fumbled at the end. And again, our guys did give us the information, but the reset never happened, and we didn't even get an update on a new date. So trying to figure that part out, see when they're going to get that together. So if anybody has any information, let me know. We had in my big Y, there was a walkthrough, and they just tightened up the planogram a little bit, and I was missing some product because the product was either cut or was discontinued. And this is again a communication issue, not with the store manager, but with the people walking through. And I understand that they have the authority and the power to, request these things, but just because the planogram's there, they should know if it's updated or not. It's just so much miscommunication that goes on, and it's only a conversation, and it's not hard to have. Everybody has phones. Everybody has has the capabilities to get these things all locked in. What's going on, Los? I see you out there. See if I could get you the hold on one second. All right, let me know. Let me know if you get that. If you got the link, just click on it, open it up, and I should be able to get you in the building. I haven't been putting a lot of stuff on Instagram or Facebook other than a couple of videos that I did edit and make. And the reason, let me give some information a little bit about that. So I do the editing myself. I make the videos myself. I have some help every once in a while, but for the most part, I'm doing them myself. I'm in the process of still learning how to make sure that I get them right. So I post them the best I can, and as often as I can once I get them done. and that's why they probably come a little slow, but they'll come a little quicker the better I get. So be patient with me. I'm working on it. See what we got here. Also, working on the TikTok as well. So I'm not gonna be dancing on TikTok. You're probably never gonna see me dancing like that. That's not my thing. I'm gonna give you information about bread, about vending. I may say something positive or something encouraging. I will have posts that are positive and something to do with the motivation to keep getting you going or to move through your day or to do what you need to do, but I'm not gonna dance. I can't say I might not sing because I feel as though my voice is decent. But other than that, I'm just gonna be I'm gonna just be me. And this is what it is. So I appreciate the communicate. I appreciate the engagement from everybody at this point. So Real Bread Life is what it is, realbreadlife.com. Just like I put on the screen. If you want to get some of this Real Bread Life apparel, you can catch us at Real Bread Life myshopify.com, just like it is on the screen right there, realbreadlife.myshopify.com. We got the shirts in white and maroon, and then maroon and white, and we have blue hats and tan hats. I may have one or two black hats with the RBL on them. So if you get a chance, Los,
What's going on?
my boy, you, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Can you hear me over there?
Oh, I can hear you nice and clear. I had to turn off the YouTube.
Okay, I know it's just a little delay.
I was getting feedback. Yeah,
Oh, okay, it was echoing.
yeah.
All right, yeah. My partner, that you can't see on the screen, what echo cancellation on in order
Oh,
for
okay.
it to work better. So let
And
me do
sure,
this
we
real
can
quick.
see.
How's
That's
that?
pretty cool. I like this. That's pretty good. And that sounds good now. So actually, what I see here, that's what
All right,
everybody
bet.
else can see on the
So
YouTube.
yeah, yes. Now you can see it because I sent you the link, so you can see everything I can see, like the bottom of the screen. You can see all the
Yes.
boxes and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right. So yeah, that's just because I sent you the link. So I only send it to people that, you know what I mean? Everyone won't get the same link like that because if
Okay.
you hit any of those, then you would be able to, yeah. But yeah, thanks for joining me. So like I was saying a minute ago, a lot of people always they're still asking me and messaging me on other platforms about routes. I don't know if you have any information about you guys, if you guys had anything open over there. First of all, let me
Um.
back up a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead. Yep. Go ahead.
Um, I say your name and your name's on the screen as well. So could you just tell everyone a little bit about yourself, who you are, how long you've been in the business, so that way you could just so you could introduce them to you.
I'm Carlos. I'm Carlos Nieves. I work right now for Khaleesi Bakery, but I started this business. My brother-in-law introduced me to IBC, which is Interstate Brands Corporation, which is used to deliver Hostess, Drake's, and Wonder Bread, among other brands that we had. Um, and yeah, that's how I got into the business. I'm talking about, wow, maybe 15 years ago, maybe a little more than that.
Okay.
Um, I did that until the company went under. Um, I was maybe 5 years into the business, and then the company went under. And then from there, I started doing other jobs here and there, like Pepper's Farm, bread, um, Then after that, I actually bought. I actually got a route for Little Debbie's. I did that for about 3 years. That was that was fun.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a whole different.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
Big
whole
Chris
different world of cake.
Big Chris
Yeah.
that comes in BJ's, he does the Little Debbie's. So let me ask you this. So you did the Wonder, was that you said before they went out of business, that was not when they
Hmm.
were, so they were still going, not with like how they drop now in other places, the cakes and the stores put them up. You were doing it way before then.
Correct. We actually
Okay.
out of the depot I worked out of Bridgeport, we have, I want to say, maybe 34 routes out of the Bridgeport depot. Um, I when I started there, I was a route jumper. Um, I did that for a year, and then they were going to lay off because they hired way too many guys. So one of the DSM district sales manager actually ended up leaving, and that opened up an opening, and they offered me the job. So at the time, I didn't have a choice because I have a family, so I had bills to pay. So I decided to take the job, even though I knew nothing about the business, but I actually learned, and I was I was a quick learner, and I had good people beside me that actually taught me the business, the ins and out. It's a very interesting business once you know the in and out, and I took from there, and I came very successful as a DSM in my division because I actually control my division was cake, so that was my thing. Even though I did help out a lot with bread, but I did that for about 4 years for district sales manager, and we pretty much covered Fairfield County and New Haven County. It was a big territory. It's a lot,
Okay.
but yeah, that's what I did.
So I appreciate you sharing that. So I know you are right, because I know you help other vendors, and we could talk about some of the people we know that you helped out and to get a job and to get them going in the business, and you come from the management side of it. So
Correct.
it's big when you're in the management side and you deal with, because now you kind of know what it is. And that's why I think you
Yes.
expect the management you deal with to treat you a certain way, because as a manager, you know how it should be.
Yes, because you hold them to a higher standard. So when I see a supervisor or manager saying something different or acting different, then I'm going to question them because it's just the way how you handle yourself and how you approach people. I mean, we do have some managers that still think that we're still in 1970s and 80s, that they can come out talk to you and speak to you rudely, and you can't do that anymore. We're living in a different age where now we got a bunch of snowflakes. I hate to say it, but it's true, and the HR department is more involved more than ever. So you just have to learn how to approach
Right.
employees the right way, because the last thing they want is lawsuits, and people are so
Hmm.
quick to sue. So yeah, it's challenging. It's fun to be in the which I call it the corporate world. Um, it's tough because as much as you have much responsibility, but you also have a higher boss that they're telling you what to do, and you got to do it because it's part of your job, whether you like it or not. But yeah, it was fun. I'll be honest with you. I have plenty of opportunity to become a supervisor where I work at now, which I work for Khaleesi Bakery, but I had turned it down twice. Because I know what comes with the job is it's a lot. It is a lot of responsibility, and you're whole accountable to a lot of things, not just only the guys, but you also got things that goes on. We got trucks, registration, safety. It's a lot. It comes with a lot of responsibility. So that's why sometimes I think about it, like if I really want to go back into that world to becoming a supervisor or a manager.
Right. I know, yeah, like you said, the responsibility. If someone breaks down on the road, that's your responsibility. Someone gets hurt out there on your
Hmm.
watch, that's your responsibility. And a lot of times people don't take that responsibility fully, and that's not fair. So for you to even know, you don't, not that you can't do it, you just rather not be in that position. So I understand it. There's nothing wrong with
Correct.
that. Sometimes people have a
Correct.
hard time just saying no. So
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. I appreciate you sharing your story, your journey to where you got from where you came from.
Mhm.
So
It's a tough job. This job
yeah,
is
so
not for
I
everyone. So.
again, I'm gonna go back earlier. I was talking about the reset that it is not, and I've been saying the same thing. I sound like a broken record, as they say, but when you start this and you commit to it, you're married to it. There's days off, but it's hard because when you don't come in, the product's still going to be there. And that's where it goes to the thing you're saying, like when you're, as far as like independent versus the company, and someone has to come out and do it, they may not come out and do it. They
Mhm.
might just push that till the next day. Does that happen sometimes? Right. So that's the thing with us. If I don't come in today, it'll be there waiting for me tomorrow. If you don't come in
Right.
today and the management says, "Oh, we were overwhelmed, we didn't have anybody, we had low manpower," it'll be there tomorrow. Now you got double. So it happens both ways, whether you're independent or a company.
Mhm. Sure.
So I know I know it goes both ways. So back to earlier when I was talking before you jumped on, I was talking about how the reset didn't happen. And I didn't know, did you hear anything other than, it's did they give a timeline to when they're gonna do it for us in the BJs?
Oh, for the BJ's, yes. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think my regional manager said, I think it was supposed to happen February 15, something like that. It's supposed to happen. Supposedly nothing
Okay.
changed. We still don't know what was the holdup. Um, but yeah, it was. I believe it's the second week of February. That's when it's supposed to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks. I appreciate that. I just didn't know because like I said, I came in and they just said it's not happening and they didn't know when, which, that's part of that bad communication. So
Yeah.
now
I kept
when you were
I kept
when
asking
you
too on my end to make sure I don't order the product, because when the change was going to happen, I had ordered all this extra product because I was gaining more space and I was supposed to put more other product in there, different product in there, and then to find out a day later, hey, they postpone it. You gotta wait. So now I had to go back in the computer, cut everything off, and make sure that product don't come in, because now I'm gonna be stuck with it. So it's tough. You got to plan ahead for when it's stuff like that.
so you're gonna have more product going in, and us, I lost, I think, just two products. But put that with the four I lost when they did they cut the things last time with the reset. So I'll be up to six. So how many new products are you bringing in?
Um,
Or is
I'm
it just
I'm
more because
bringing
of the
back.
space?
Well, I'm bringing back the other items that I had in there before, but for what I saw when I saw the reset on the paper, it shows I'm supposed to have that whole rack now. So I don't know if there's going to be any other changes when
Okay.
on January, I mean not January, February 15, or the second week of February. I don't know if that's going to stay the same, but from what I was told, it is going to stay the same. But it doesn't mean that you're going to get less space. From what I heard, I think the store is losing the rack.
Okay. So that rack, yeah. So that rack where I'm on the
Correct.
bottom, you're getting the whole thing. Okay. Okay. So I think they're gonna move that your other product that's on the bottom of my one shelf, then that's gonna move me on that side.
I
You know what I mean? The product that's coming off of that shelf. I think they're gonna
I
shift
think
that
so.
over.
I'm not too sure.
If I had to
Yeah.
guess, yeah. Yeah, but because they did cut from my bottom shelf the double pack white. So I know I gained in my own area another shelf because they cut that product. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't see
it's
them.
all
I
enough.
don't see
It's
them
all
cutting
enough.
you a lot of space because I mean, you do carry the private label. So if anybody's gonna get cut, it's gonna be another vendor, not you.
Right. Right. Well, you never know, man. You never know. I
Yeah, that's
know
true.
who could get cut because they don't never come in.
Yeah, yeah. Just there's about two of them like that.
Yeah, yeah. So what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? I'm not in control of
Yeah.
it. Like I always say, I get them a Christmas card and tell them thanks for the sales.
I just buy them a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Oh
How
man.
would I give it to them? They never show up.
Yeah, that's true. He will have to show up. He might as well bring product with him if he is. Maybe that's probably the only way he'll show up. If you tell
Yeah.
him you're gonna buy
So
a cup of coffee.
if I have some gifts,
Oh man.
um, yeah, man. Again, thanks for taking the time out of your night and joining and jumping in. So I
Yeah.
ain't gonna hold you. I appreciate the time. I had Carl on, one of the guys in my depot, but I guess he was driving, so I lost him. But again, anybody who gets on, I don't care if it's one person, man. It works for me. I appreciate it. I record this, I chop it up, I put it on. You'll see yourself, and you're already subscribed on YouTube, so you'll get to watch
Oh
yourself
yeah.
in the playback. And when it plays back, the audio will be more crispy because once it downloads, it's a lot better. So, as
Okay.
like I said earlier before you got on, I'm gonna be consistent and do this every Thursday. And before you know it, we'll have 8 to 10 people in these boxes. And we'll be talking about some more important issues, and hopefully it's not always just this reset and angry managers.
I still haven't seen that other video, the one from Shoprite
I
yet.
appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
anytime, man,
yeah,
anytime.
yeah. Listen, I got another piece of that video. I got another piece of that
Do
video.
you?
It's just so explicit. I'm trying to figure out when to put it up, when to put it out, and if I do ever at all. So
Yeah,
I don't
yeah, yeah. You have to be careful
I
nowadays what
don't
you
want to
what
get
you
what they
load up.
say canceled.
Yep, that's true. That is true.
Yeah, yeah. So it gets kind of wild, man. So I don't need that negative feedback. So again, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on, man. And I'll probably see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you Saturday, man.
All right, man. All right, Jerome. Have a good one. Have a good night.
Peace. Peace. You too. All right now. All right. I'd like to thank my man Carlos for jumping on. So again, Real Bread Life on everything. On Facebook is Real Bread Life with two E's. Two E's on Facebook. Instagram is Real Bread Life, just like you see it behind me. YouTube is Real Bread Life, just like you see it behind me. The TikTok is Breadville. It's Real Bread Life, but the tag is Breadville. On TikTok is Breadville. I could have put that on the screen, but you hear me saying it. Again, I appreciate all the love, people that checked in, people that are watching. Keep liking, keep subscribing, share the videos. When this one goes up, share this video, and we'll be back next Thursday. You got an issue, something you want us to discuss, something that's bothering you, something that's going on in your area, your territory, out on your route. Um, we could talk about it. It's not to be negative, it's to share the information. Again, it's not to be negative, it's to share the information. Again, if you want to catch up with some Real Bread Life apparel, you can find us at realbreadlife.myshopify.com. That's realbreadlife.myshopify.com. Okay. I like to thank baby cuz Naya for setting that up for me. I like to thank Marty for checking in, helping me out. Um uh Boom Bash Dash for the logo behind me. Appreciate you. Be Vizzy for the help with all the editing. And I can't forget my boy at Clockwork who put my music together and my beat. Every time you hear that, let's go, that's Clockwork Entertainment. Appreciate all the help. Appreciate my niece, Treese and VA. It's my motivation every day before the sun come up. That's who I talk to. That's who talks to me. We keep each other going. And before I even knew what I was doing on Facebook or Instagram, and she's the one who helped me to set up the TikTok to begin with, because I promise you, I was not making a TikTok because I thought it was just all dancing and acting a fool. And I know it's not that. It's a valuable platform that could be used and utilized the right way to get information out there. So, with that being said, oh yeah, definitely got to thank my other little cousin, all family, all the little cousins, and she ain't even little, but she's just younger than me. She just so grown. DeShera, she in Atlanta, but she definitely a VA baby, and she's the first one that I saw and told me about doing a podcast and being online, and she's all over the place. She does a whole bunch of things, a whole lot of things, and she gets busy. So I appreciate her pretty much the kicking the door open for me and showing me what it was. And I know I'll be a pain sometimes, but she created this monster. So again, I like to say thanks to her as well. And everybody else that's checking in and watching and showing and keeping me motivated. My little nephew up north as well. You know what I mean? So all of y'all, appreciate y'all. RBL on everything. That's all I got for now. Stay blessed. Keep stacking.